to the class, children. I am your science teacher and my name is Mrs. Jyoti. So lesson 1 and 2 we have completed. Now we are in lesson 3, that is parts of a plant. So open page number 216. Keep your term books ready and your pencil also. Keep your term book and pencil ready. Open page number 216. So in the previous lesson we have learnt about many things, like about living things we have learnt. What are the characteristics of living things we have learnt? Yes, about animals we have learnt. Now in this lesson we are going to learn about plants. So what are the different parts of plant, how they are useful, and how do they reproduce, what are the different parts and how they are useful to us, what are the different functions of each part we are going to learn in this lesson. So before starting the lesson, here you have a warm-up box. So look at the box. Identify the given picture below and name them in the provided space. So nothing, you have to just identify and write down its name. So if you look at the first picture, you know it very properly. It is carrot. The first one is carrot. C-A-R-R-O-T, carrot. Then the second one, it is turnip. It is turnip. T-U-R-N-I-P, turnip. And the third one, it is spinach. S-P-I-N-A-C-H, spinach. I repeat. The first one is carrot, C-A-R-R-O-T, carrot. And the second one is turnip, T-U-R-N-I-P. And third one is spinach, S-P-I-N-A-C-H. Then below that, again you have another 3 pictures. Yes, the next one is tomato. T-O-M-A-T-O, tomato. And the next one is cauliflower. Fifth one is cauliflower. C-A-U-L-I-F-L-O-W-E-R. C-A-U-L-I-F-L-O-W-E-R, cauliflower. And the last one is radish. R-A-D-D-I-S-H, radish. Carrot, turnip, spinach, tomato, cauliflower, and the last one is radish. So hope you all have written it. So plants are very important in our day-to-day life. Yes. So what are the uses of plants? The first thing is they give us oxygen to breathe, and the plants are the food for us. Okay, they are going to provide food for us in different ways. So plants are very important. So about those plants, which parts are going to give food for us, we are going to learn in this lesson. So page number 217, parts of a plant. So here there is a plant. See, you can see it. So if you look at a plant, from here, this part will remain inside the ground. Okay, from here till here, it remains inside the ground, and you can see only this part above the ground, right? So the part which is inside the ground is called as a root system. Okay, which is inside the ground, which you cannot see. It is root system. And the part which is above the ground level completely, we call it as shoot system. What do we call? Shoot system. So this is the plant. So if you see, this is the stem and these are the leaves. And later to that leaves you can see small buds and flowers. Later these flowers they change into fruits. In few plants flowers will change into fruits, but in few plants flowers remain in the same way. Okay, so this is about parts of the plant. So look into the textbook. Our body is made up of various parts such as arms, legs and head that perform vital function for keeping our body alive. Similarly, plants too have different body parts such as roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits and buds, where each of the part helps to keep it alive. So here how I have one head, eyes, nose, mouth, I have arms, I have legs. So how we have all the different body parts, each and every part performs its role. For suppose if I want to hold something, can I hold it with my leg? No, I have to hold it with my hand. So in the same way, plants also have different body parts. So each and every part has its own function. So if you take leaves, so leaves are the main part of a plant because leaves are the one which prepare food for the whole plant. And flowers, because of the flowers only reproduction takes place. And fruits means like if a tomato plant is there, so tomato is a fruit. If a mango tree is there, mango is a fruit. So they are going to provide us fruits, that is food. They are going to provide us food. And if you take roots are going to absorb the water and minerals from the soil. And if you take stem will help the plant to stay alive. Okay, so in this way each and every part is going to help the plant in different ways. So if you look at the picture here in the textbook, see here. So the part which is below the ground, it is root, and here is the stem, then you can see leaves, then the red colored one is fruit and yellowish whitish one is the flower. And what are buds? So if you see here, the small like leaf like structures or flower like structures, we call them as buds. We call them as buds. A plant is divided into two main parts. So a plant generally we consider it into two main parts, as I already told you. And what are that? That is the root system and the shoot system. Root system and the shoot system. So this root system we cannot see with our eyes because roots they remain inside the ground. So we can see only the shoot system with our eyes because this remains above the ground level and roots they remain below the ground level. The root system lies below the ground whereas the shoot system moves freely in the air. So coming to roots. So here we are going to learn about roots. So these originate from the lower portion of a plant and they remain underground in the soil to perform basic important functions which are described below. So these roots they remain inside the ground and there are certain functions for the roots. Let us see what are those. They anchor the plants by firming fixedly them into the soil. In this way, they not only provide support to the stem but also put a control over soil erosion. So the first thing is they will fix the plant into the soil without moving or without getting disturbed. And the second thing is they prevent soil erosion. What is soil erosion? Nothing but because of the force of the wind or force of the water, the upper layer of the soil will be washed away. So that is called as soil erosion. So here the upper layer of the soil it has so many nutrients, right? So that is very important for the growth of a plant. So here these roots are going to help the plant to fix in the soil and even avoid the soil erosion. And what is the second use? They enable plant to absorb nutrients and minerals from the soil. They absorb nutrients and water by roots and then used by the rest of the plant. So here the roots are going to absorb the water, then nutrients and then minerals. They absorb and send to the different body parts, that is leaves, stem, flowers and fruits. So they fix the plant in the soil and they avoid soil erosion and they are going to absorb water, nutrients and minerals. They also store food for They also store food. For example, carrot, radish, beetroot and turnip. We eat such roots. So, they also store the food. Like carrot. If you observe the carrot, you can see small roots on it. Right? So, in few plants what happens is the plant is going to store the food in the form of roots. So, the best examples they have given here, it is carrot, radish, beetroot and turnip. So the three examples are here in the textbook in page number 216. Carrot is there, turnip is there and radish is there. So these are the functions of the root. So what is the first function of the root? They are going to fix the plant. Then they avoid soil erosion. They avoid soil erosion. And what is the third one? They absorb water, minerals and nutrients. And what is the last function? So roots are going to store the food. They store the food. So mostly 4 important functions are there, but this is the most important one, that is they absorb water, minerals and nutrients. So the first thing is they fix the plant in the soil, then they avoid soil erosion and then they absorb water, minerals and nutrients, and the last one is they store the food in the form of roots. And if you see, these roots are of 2 types, that is taproot and fibrous root. So what are they? Taproot and fibrous root. So I will show you taproot. So this is the example of taproot. So what is taproot? So if you see here, there will be a big root here. Okay. And for this root, again small lateral roots are going to arise. So this is the example of taproot and fibrous root. So this is the example of fibrous root. So there will not be any main root here, like just now you saw for taproot. So this is the main root, right? For this main root, again small side roots are there. But for this fibrous root, there is no main root at all. So from this starting point, so many roots are going to arise. So this type of roots you can see mostly in the grass family. Okay, like bamboo and this grass. This is grass only, right? So for this you can see, for mango and all you can see the taproot system. For grass families you can see the fibrous root system. So that is for today. So here you can see, again I am telling you. So here this is the plant. The part which remains below the ground is the root system and the part which is left above the ground is called as the shoot system. So about roots we have learned and 4 uses we have learned. That is, it is going to fix the plant, it is going to avoid the soil erosion, it will absorb water, minerals and nutrients, and it is going to store the food. And in this roots, there are 2 types of roots, that is taproot and fibrous root. So about taproot and fibrous root we will learn in the next lesson, next topic. So your homework is have to draw this parts of plant. So draw it, color it and label it. So from page number 217 you should draw it one time in the homework book. And you should read the lesson and underline the new ones also. So about roots we have learned and different parts also we have learned. So root system and shoot system. So in root system we have again two types, that is taproot and fibrous root. So four functions also we have learned. So in the next topic we will learn about taproot and fibrous root. And we will also learn about the different parts in the shoot system. And do the homework. Thank you.